What's happening, Star Wars fans? I am the Owl here with some movie news, some very interesting movie news. So, heading back into Lucasfilm, apparently, Andor showrunner Tony Gilroy has announced that they're working on a Star Wars horror project. very, very interesting. So I guess he was being interviewed with Business Insider, and pretty much he confirmed that this was happening when he said, and I quote, "They're doing that. I think they're doing that. I think that's in the works. Yeah. Okay. So they're. I guess there's nothing really like concrete about it yet, but it's definitely confirming that. Oh, yeah, somebody's working on it right now. They are working on that at the moment. Um, so, and I guess that doesn't necessarily confirm that he directly is going to be working on that. I mean, he could be, but it's led to assume that like this idea was not created from him. I don't think. But yeah, a Star Wars horror project. All right. There's very little we know about it right now because like they didn't even confirm it's going to be a movie or a show or anything like that. But the fact that they're even thinking about doing horror in Star Wars, um, definitely interesting direction to go. Um, I this feels very similar to the news that we were talking about like a long time ago when Quentin Tarantino wanted to do like a rated R Star Trek movie. I don't think that's happening now, but that was an interesting thing that they were trying to come up with. Um, as far as this, like, uh, I'm just surprised they want to go into this direction. I really do. Um, I don't know if this is the right time to do something like this right now because we got to get our mainline stuff in order. But it just feels like another one of those ideas that Lucasfilm is just throwing at a wall and hoping will stick. Because what's the merit for them doing horror projects in Star Wars right now? Like, what ideas do they have in mind that they're trying to explore with Star Wars? You know, and then is this gonna be like a Elseworlds thing? Is it gonna be like a non-canon stuff like Star Wars Visions? Because I think that's the only way that could right now that could really like fit with them doing this with Star Wars media is if they just did like Elseworld stories and just did their own thing and not worry about the main continuity of the Star Wars universe. But if this is something that they're trying to implement into the actual canon, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm not going to flat out say that it's a terrible idea or I'm going to hate it because I don't know. Like we just found out about this now. Like they're in early stages of doing this, but I just I just don't know if I'm interested in seeing a horror thing right now, you know? There's other stuff in Star Wars that I'm more interested in seeing like a Vision season 3 or Tales of the whatever stuff they want to explore. Um and I just want them to get a freaking movie out. That's what I really want them to do. I just want them to get movies out. Um, but yeah, there's other stuff to explore with Star Wars, and it just like horror. I don't even know. Like, I couldn't even think about like what concepts that they could do horror wise. Like, I mean, we do have witches in the Star Wars universe, so they could explore more with that. They have monsters, so they could have like maybe like a monster type of project. As far as like are they going to get really violent? Are they going to we're going to see like blood and gore? Like how far are they going to go with this, you know? Like are they going to violently kill people with lightsabers and blasters and I don't know. They're going to have the aliens eat people? I are they going to you're going to see people burned alive? I see this type of stuff like what direction they trying to go with this horror. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be a murder mystery. Is it gonna be a psychological thriller with the Force? That they could use the Force to psychologically mess with people? Like, this is just. I'm just really surprised that they want to do horror with Star Wars. Like, I think they looked at like Marvel Zombies, for example, because that's about to come out not too long. Um, but they probably looked at zombies and was Marvel Zombies and was like, let's do something similar with Star Wars. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not excited, but I'm not hating this news. I need to know more about this before I start to get a judgment on it. Maybe what they're coming up with, maybe it'll be creative, maybe it will be, but I'm confused of why they want to go in this direction, and they can't even get a freaking movie out. I mean, yes, Mandalorian and Grogu is coming out next year, for what they say. But as far as other movies, there's other movies that they were initially working on and they just stopped. And like, I still want the Rogue Squadron movie. I'm still interested in the Taika Waititi film, the James Mangold first Jedi movie. I even am interested to see what they do with the Rey film. But the fact that they have a hard time with this stuff and they want to go doing horror projects, where are their priorities? Where are their priorities? That's why I say Lucasfilm is a mess, and Kathleen Kennedy needs to take some blame when it comes to this stuff, because this is just ridiculous. But we'll see what happens. What do you guys think about them doing horror in Star Wars? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think they could do some really cool stuff with it? Do you think this is the right time for them to explore horror in Star Wars? Do you want it to be a movie or do you want it to be a series? Is there other concepts you would rather them explore than horror? What are some ideas do you think they could do with a Star Wars horror project? Do you think Tony Gilroy is going to work on it, or you think they're going to get somebody else? Let me know what you think down below.